stepping in here, floating on the person's knee, he begins to push, we go for our cut through here. Now, he's got a good bite on the ankle. What we want for this one is we want head control with that arm, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my weight in. You have to do this very specifically. You have to shift your weight a little bit and begin to move his face over, okay? So when you do that, you wanna try to catch his, like, the side of his face with your rib cage and push the person over, okay? So you want him facing, for this pass, you want him facing away from you, okay? So from here, when we're here, if you're having trouble doing it, you take your body shift. Now, to adjust our position, I'm gonna go to my forehead here, so I have a nice post, push up, we're gonna drive the knee down here. Okay, now we're in this position. Almost, we would consider this a quarter mount, okay? To finish this pass, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get really, really high up on the person. So I try to, it's gonna be different depending on how tall you are to the person. I typically put my rib cage, like the top of my chest, right on top of his face. And usually that's right there. And again, the person's facing away from me. Arms are isolated. I like to have this hand going underneath, grabbing the tricep. That kind of helps secure the arm. And then this hand's kind of free as a post if I need it. And I try to get it really high. So my head's another post here. So it makes it really tough. Now again, I'm not really too worried about a big bridge because I'm so high up, his hips aren't really gonna be a problem, right? So like, if he tries to bridge up, put both your feet on the mat. And this will happen sometimes. People get really, like, if you do it right, the pressure sucks and eventually they get kind of desperate and they'll just try to bridge out of it. But we're gonna stay here. From here to finish the pass, we drive up, we push off the shin and use our other foot to pry the leg out of there. And as soon as you open, we go right under your heels to the butt. And at this point, you should have a position where you've got this arm isolated too. So I'm raising up to talk right now, but I'll keep my head down here because now the arm's isolated from the other one and I can immediately start to attack the position. A really good jiu-jitsu black belt from about 10 years ago that was competing a bunch with Adolfo Vieira. This was like one of his best passes. He'd use it against all kinds of guys. So again, if you try the cut through, sometimes it's not working, person's just got the death grip, you can't seem to get it going, you can shift and go over to the side and just put a little bit more pressure on, okay? So again, go through the whole sequence we did earlier, but once we get here, we've got our underhook here, we're gonna go across the face, and again, I want this person to face away from me, so you make that little shift, bring it across. Now, from here, post on your forehead, lift up, drive the knee down, and then again, once we get here, I try to scoop up his hand, or his armpit into my other hand, and then this hand is posted up here. And again, this is just in case the person does knock me off balance, I can always post out. And then from here, I get my head up. My chest is on his face, it's smashing him down, doesn't feel good. And then we use that other foot, the free foot, to pry this other foot out of here. And to get that one up there, push down on the shin, hook in, and then again, pry the foot out of there. As soon as they both open, heels under the butt, and we can begin to isolate the arm, okay? Any questions? All right, one last time, then you guys will go. So again, whole sequence through, we're at the cut through here, boom, making our shift. And keep in mind, that pass may take, you might be there for a few minutes. Slow, because I mean, if he really keeps a really tight grip on it, it's really tough to break, but as you start to pry the foot out of there and sort of grind down a person's face and extend your chest forward, eventually it kind of breaks them, okay? But it's a slow pressure pass that you can use instead of that, all right? Back and forth with your partners. 1, 2, 3.